Hello?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm calling. I'm making a three-way right now.
Okay. It's on record, so I'm quiet.
You there?
Darby speaking.
Hi, how are you today?
Okay, how can I help you?
I am calling because I was evicted from my apartment back in June or July because of the fact that I had been sent to the Rutland Regional Medical Center. I was hospitalized for 2 months, and when I got out of the hospital, I went straight home to my residence, and I was told that I was unwelcomed in my own home and that it was no longer mine and that I was evicted. However, I never received an eviction notice from the landlord, and every single item that I own, from my clothes to my shoes to my hair products to my cleaning products to my furniture, every single thing, my baby's toys, his car seat, everything was all inside that home. And my ex-boyfriend was allowed to move into that home and keep all of my belongings.
Okay.
And I am trying to figure out what can I do about getting my stuff back, because I work hard. I'm on SSI and I can't work a full-time job. And money was very tight, and I'm sorry?
What's your name? Hello, what's your name?
Yes, my name is Brianna, Brianna. Last name Knight, Knightts.
Knightts?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your date of birth? Who is your landlord?
His name is Michael Hatton. That's Hattin.
Okay. And he's not a relative of yours or anything? It was just an apartment you were renting?
Yes, yeah, he was the landlord. He's no relation.
Okay, and what's your phone number?
The one that you can reach me at? Did it show up on the caller ID by any chance? I just got this number. Hold on 1 second.
It doesn't really work that way for us, so.
Okay. Hold on, if you could just bear with me for just a moment so I can find my notepad. I have it written down.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on hold. Hang on.
Okay.
276-5751.
Okay. As soon as I'm off hold, I can call. I can let them know.
276-5751.
51?
5751.
Okay.
You may want to remind them that you actually were not evicted because you never received notice of that, did you? You never went to court for an eviction? You never got evicted because you never went to...
And I never received an eviction notice either.
Well, that's what you need to let her know. You really didn't get evicted. They exiled you. That's what it's called.
Oh.
Seriously. Look it up.
Isn't that illegal?
Yes. It is very illegal what they've done. And that's the same thing. That's why I've been saying, why did we get kicked out of our apartments? We're the ones that had leases. We're the ones that were responsible for those apartments. We're the ones that got locked out of our apartments and lost all of our belongings, which is a violation of our rights. We have the right to our own belongings. That's a constitutional right. That's a human right. They had no business locking us out. This is all illegal what happened. I hadn't given a notice. They had locked me out. You remember when I came home and I was there to get a few things, which was the paperwork, because I knew something was up with everything that was going on. And with that being said, I found that note in the door saying that if I hadn't been there the following day, Wednesday, he was going to lock the doors out because he heard that I moved. I hadn't moved out of that apartment, my belongings.
He heard that you moved.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that he heard that I had moved. Well, who you hearing that shit from is what I asked his wife, and that's all on audio record shared to YouTube, remember?
Yeah.
They had no business doing any of what they've done.
You know, remember that smoke eliminator I used to buy?
Yep.
Yeah, I found out at the Dollar Tree they're still selling it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I like it a lot because it works really easy. It works really good. Like, it really does eliminate smoke because I just cooked an egg and my stove is brand new, so it kind of like, it didn't really smoke in here, but
Yeah.
the smell of the brand new stove kind of like smells like, kind of like a burnt egg, even though it wasn't burnt.
Right,
So,
I get it. Yeah.
I just sprayed the kitchen and stuff with it, so.
Is it that odor band? Is that what you're talking about? Because I've got a spray bottle of odor band that I found at Dollar Tree, and that works really good. Kills all.
What is it called? Odor band?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I've been using it. I wonder why they're not wanting to answer. They didn't want to answer as to where your car keys were. That's why they canceled AAA. Wouldn't give you your car keys. No ID. I wonder why you're still on hold.
It's, I have a car key made up for my car. I just have to pay for it.
Yep. But you shouldn't have had to have. You shouldn't have had to have a key made up.
$73.91.
Yeah. Well, it's better than not being able to get a key.
For a car key.
But the fact is, when you were taken away from there, your keys were there, and they were left in the hands of who? So what happened to your car keys?
Good question. They said they threw them out.
Who said they threw them out?
The police. Bullshit, that stuff.
Yeah, like you said earlier, you used to call them Ghostbusters, now you should call them bullshit.
Yep.
Eight minutes later, and she can't find anybody for you to talk to?
Guess not. Apparently other people are going through the same thing, I guess.
I'd still like to know who it was that Michael Hatton told me I needed to take you and my grandson and get out of there in the middle of the night, and that was on April 1st, and I told the judge that. So who's after us? Why won't he tell us who's after us?
I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, though, with the cops, because I don't want to, like, start a conflict or...
No, I'm
make
asking you.
Confusing.
I get it.
It's a simple, basic case. I was kicked out of my apartment illegally, unable to retrieve my belongings. And the ex moved in and took it all. So that's burglary.
And listen,
theft.
and technically...
Yeah, but that's grand theft. Grand theft because it's over $1,000.
Brianna,
Well, 500,
think about it. It's also conspiracy by the police, including Jeffrey Noyce, because why? Because Jeffrey Noyce knows that Kevin didn't legally live there. Kevin doesn't have anything, and Kevin doesn't belong having your stuff. And he also knows that you were not legally kicked out of your apartment. So why are you illegally having to stay out of your apartment? While somebody illegally took over your apartment. How does that work? That's what I'd like to know. Because they did the same thing to me. Who's living in my apartment? I never got kicked out. I got locked out. I get exiled.
Nobody. I bet you anything your stuff's still in there.
I want to find out the date that they came at the apartment and say that you wouldn't allow them in, saying that they had a search warrant for my house.
Yeah, I wouldn't let them in your house. Fuck that.
So that had to have been around the same time that all this shit happened, when I was already gone?
Brianna?
Yeah. Hello?
I just spoke to the Island Pond officer and a trooper, and they said this is all going to be civil. You're going to have to take them to court for the landlord and the exiled.
Okay. Now, is there a number that you can provide me with who to contact? Because I've never been through something like this. I've never lost my home and everything in it, and it's technically it's been stolen from me. And I understand you can't. It's not in your hands.
The courthouse for whatever county you live in.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Okay, so now she has to call and file civil charges for a criminal case because they say that it's a civil matter to call the courthouse. Well, it's also going to be investigated for a criminal case once she ends up doing that. Because why? Because they stole her shit. And they all know that Brianna's apartment was in her name. She did not get an eviction notice. My apartment was in my name. I never got an eviction notice. So therefore, that's called theft. And why is it that these crimes are being covered up by the police and the ones involved? Because it's an organized, conspired crime, without a doubt, all reason to believe. And therefore, I myself will proceed. Y'all have a nice day, and I hope it's not happened to you. Stay safe, stay warm, and if you're being violated, feel free to contact me. I am free to give advice at any given time, and I will help you along the way. Y'all just stay safe and stay free of crime. Don't let this happen to you. Have a great day.